he used the embarrassing and sensitive recordings he made of the freak-offs as collateral against the victims. And the indictment alleges that he maintained control over the victims in several ways.
The secret tapes are finally coming out, and they've got some of the biggest names in the game caught in Diddy's twisted web. What you thought you knew about the music mogul is just the tip of a very dark iceberg. From freaky underground parties to blackmail, the footage the feds have is about to blow the lid off everything. Diddy's downfall is finally hitting hard, and it's not just another scandal. It's the ultimate exposure. Diddy's been charged with a list of crimes so long it could fill a scroll. Racketeering, human trafficking, prostitution, bribery, you name it. The guy who used to dominate the music industry is now facing life behind bars. Diddy wasn't just out here running the music game. He was running something more sinister, a secret life of freaky parties and backroom deals. Think of him as the mob boss of the industry, except instead of only guns and drugs, we're talking about secret recordings, blackmail, and freaky business. The FBI seized everything, from controlled substances to a ridiculous amount of baby oil and lube. If you remember Cassie's lawsuit, she spilled the tea about Diddy making her use oil in these so-called freak-offs, where she'd be forced to perform with escorts while he watched and recorded the whole thing. And Cassie's not the only one who had to endure this insanity. These weren't your typical parties. They were full-on events where Diddy filmed celebrities, politicians, and influencers without their knowledge, catching them in the wildest situations, some of them illegal. The tapes are said to be intense, and when the feds raided his spots, they took every single one. Word is, the FBI is still collecting evidence, and there's even more dirt waiting to drop. Diddy's been denied bail twice now, offering up $50 million to get out, but the judge wasn't having it. Why? Because if Diddy's free, there's no telling what he might do to cover his tracks. He's already known for harassing witnesses, like one of his former Dirty Money artists, Kalena Harper. Diddy allegedly blew up her phone 54 times in a single day, pressuring her to say she didn't see anything shady. The feds aren't taking any chances this time. They know he's a flight risk and someone who can definitely mess with witnesses. And here's where it gets even darker. Diddy's not some lone wolf in this. Sure, he's got his crew of accomplices, but rumors suggest that higher-ups, possibly even industry elites, had their hands in this. People are saying that Diddy had to sell his soul to get where he is. Rituals, shady deals with execs, and straight up selling himself out to climb the ranks. Let's talk about these tapes. There's been talk of a secret recording involving not just Diddy, but also big names like T. Nas and more. And we're not talking about studio sessions. These tapes are said to feature some wild initiation rituals. A bodyguard even claimed to have a tape showing Diddy and other celebs in compromising positions.
Dirty type of stuff going on, because whatever room they are in, at the W, whatever room they are in, you could see. Why would grown men be sitting around with their dick out and sitting there and what's his name, jerking one of their dicks? I think it was Divine, but I have locked it in my safe deposit box.
The corporate world's got its ties to Diddy too. There's talk that Universal Music Group's CEO, Lucian Grange, might have been funding Diddy's underground operations. Apparently, Lucian was funneling money to Diddy, knowing full well what he was doing with it. You've probably heard about Clarence Avant, the black godfather of the music industry. He was like a shield for people like Diddy, protecting them from getting burned when things got too hot. But ever since Clarence passed away, it's like the protection around Diddy vanished. The timing is almost too perfect. Clarence dies, and suddenly, all this dirt on Diddy comes flooding out. As Diddy's empire crumbles, so does the trust between all these powerful people who once thought they were untouchable. Kevin Liles, CEO of 300 Entertainment, just stepped down following Diddy's indictment, which is sketchy timing to say the least. These industry heads are panicking, and for good reason. Diddy's got dirt on a lot of them, and they know if he's going down, they might be next. The wildest part? This whole thing has Illuminati vibes all over it.